Hi everyone, my name is Zeus. Welcome to Day by Day. I'm super excited to be here talking with you all. If you follow Day by Day on Instagram, it's kind of just been this one-stop shop for motivational quotes, self-help quotes, random facts about mental health, men's mental health, and the occasional mental health meme and fun comic. It's always good to have a little laugh about that stuff. But yeah, I've really been wanting to kind of target more men with Day by Day. I feel like there's still this huge stigma towards men where we can't really, share our emotions. We can't really talk about our feelings. We're just supposed to bottle up everything. And yeah, so I'm really hoping that, through Day by Day and through this YouTube channel that people can kind of resonate with what I talk about and with the stories that I share. And I'm also hoping that by sharing stories, I can kind of kickstart those conversations that should be happening amongst men and their peers. So yeah, I really hope these stories resonate with you. I really hope these videos resonate with you, and I hope it encourages you to be more open about your feelings, be more open about not feeling okay, because it's completely fine. We're all human. We're all trying to live in this world, especially right now. We're in the middle of a pandemic still, and yeah, I just, like I said, I hope this resonates with you and it encourages you to be more open. I titled this video Into the Deep for a very specific reason. If you're like me and you suffer from severe anxiety, you know just how hard it is to start something really brand new, and especially something as big as a YouTube channel. Don't know who's gonna see this. I don't know who's gonna watch it, but I hope it reaches as many people as it can. But yeah, I've been pushing this off for so long. Like, I've been wanting to just kind of get out there and really tell my story and share my perspective on specific topics. But yeah, just because of my anxiety and my mental health, like, I always just got scared. So I forgot what happened, but something happened. I think I might have heard like a quote or something, or I don't know. But point is, like, that specific day I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna throw myself into the deep end of the water, and I'm gonna hope that it goes well. So yeah, it might be a little bit of raw footage, but I hope you all enjoy it. So just sit back, relax, and have a cup of tea if you want. And yeah, hope you enjoy the video. Hi everyone, my name is Jesus, and I suffer from major depression, general anxiety disorder, and several other mental illnesses. And this is my story. I never really paid much attention to mental health until I got to undergrad. Before then, I thought I was, pretty normal. I did experience, a lot of sadness, a bit of trauma. I went through some tough times where I just didn't think that it was affecting me that much, but in reality it really was. And I thought that was normal. I thought everyone always felt sad. I thought everyone always felt worried in various situations. I thought that was what it meant to be human. You see, growing up, I never really felt pressured to not show my emotions. Like, I come from a very loving and supporting family who always cared for me. I was one of the smartest kids in my elementary and high school. I was pretty athletic. I on the outside, I looked quite happy. I looked very happy. I looked like I was, destined for for great things. But you know, as a man, especially as a man of Mexican descent, I still felt that stigma that, you know, I was not allowed to show any form of weakness. I wasn't allowed to show people that I was hurt or that I was sad, and I wasn't even allowed to cry. I had to put on a front for basically everything I went through, and that sucks. I think about it now, and that really, it sucks to feel worse when you're already feeling so bad and so sad. It sucks to not be able to express your emotions, especially when, if you're like me, you're such an emotional person. When I finally learned about mental health, everything kind of sort of clicked. It made sense that I had been struggling for so long with a few of the things that I was going through. It made sense that I couldn't really, you know, comprehend those very complex emotions that I felt. You see, depression is such a debilitating disease, and I call it a disease because, you know, it's the fact. You know, depression, it makes you feel like it's just, you just have a dark cloud above you, and it's just pouring rain, and you're just there kind of just staring at your feet on the ground, and you're stuck, and you can't really do anything. But when you look up, you see other people, and they see you, but they have sunshine above them. And then so you're just left there wondering, like, how are they able to get sunshine when you're just getting soaked in the rain, and you're miserable, and you're alone, and you just feel like nothing can bring you happiness. Nothing can save you, not your family, not your friends, not even yourself. You're just there alone, and you don't know what to do. You don't know what to tell yourself. You don't know how to explain it to other people. You can't trust anyone, and you can't even trust yourself. For some people, it gets so bad that they don't even want to live in this world anymore. It hurts too much to try and do the simple things in life, like taking a shower, getting out of bed, getting in bed, sleeping. Sleeping has such a big impact on your life, but there are so many people in this world that struggle to sleep. And to be honest, I was one of those people. I was suicidal several times in my life, and it's crazy because I can remember them perfectly. Those days, those moments when I was this close to taking my own life, they're so vivid in my mind. The first time I was a research assistant in undergrad, and I remember I was the last person in lab, and like at that point I had decided that night I was gonna take my own life. So I walked out of the building. It was such a beautiful day, and that's even crazier. The sun was setting. There was, you know, a slight breeze, so you can really hear like the wind rustling in the trees, and I love trees. I love that sound, and so like everything felt peaceful. It felt like the world had just suddenly stopped, and like it was just focused on me. And like I said, I felt at peace. I felt relaxed. I was okay with what I was about to do. And to be honest, I was a little bit happy. And so I walk home. I get home, I say hi to my roommates, and immediately I go into my room. I turn on some music. I turned on these like purple lights that I had over. I had a balcony, so I turned on these purple lights that I had over my door, and I sat on the floor. And I had this bag of pills in my hand, and that's when it hit me. That's when the peace that I was feeling outside suddenly turned into anger, hate, pain, sadness, loneliness. Every negative emotion you can imagine instantly hit me. And then that's when I received a random phone call from my mom. You see, my mom saved me that day. She called me just to check in on me and see how I was doing. It's a mother's intuition for you. But after her asking me such a simple question, how are you really doing? I broke down. I broke down into tears. I started explaining everything to her. Explained how I thought the world was out to get me, how everything hated me, and so because of that I was so depressed and so sad all the time. Explained to her how I felt anxious at every point in the day, and explained to her that I needed help. Explained to her that I really did need help. And that, to be honest, is where my journey started. My journey to improving my mental health, my journey to learning more about what depression actually is, what anxiety actually is, coping mechanisms, trauma, everything I could learn. I pinpoint my excitement to learn about all that to that day, that moment, that time where I told my mom I needed help. And that moment also sparked this fire in me to help others who are, going through similar situations. There's this one quote that I always love, and whenever I see it, I always post it on my social media. It goes like this: I love when people that have been through hell walk out of the flames carrying buckets of water for those still consumed by the fire. That resonates with me so much, because when you fall that hard and that low, you don't want anybody else to get there. And that's me. No matter how I feel about someone, I would never want them to experience, those emotions that I felt when I was suicidal. Those I wouldn't want them to think those thoughts that I thought when I was suicidal. And that's why I want to try my best to make sure people, feel that they're not alone, to make sure people have this space to talk to someone, to share their thoughts and their emotions. And that's probably going to be my life's mission from moving forward. It's difficult being a man and talking about this, but I think it's so important. I think it's so important for men to, see other men and hear other men talking about their emotions, because men don't rarely, if ever, have a safe space to talk about the complexities going on in their minds. There's still this huge stigma men face expressing their emotions, and I I really want to change that. So I hope you'll join me in this journey of spreading kindness and goodwill in this world. We need more advocates. We need more safe spaces. And we need to really talk about these things. When these types of conversations can start happening more, and little kids can, talk to you about their emotions without fearing the repercussions, that's when we know we're making a difference. So I just want to thank you so much for listening to my story. I want you to know I'm not doing this for attention. I'm doing this to build awareness and cultivate an environment where people feel safe to share their emotions and to talk about their feelings and to not feel alone. Day by day has been something so long in the process, and I'm so happy to be at this stage where I can finally do these things that I've been wanting to do. So be on the lookout for more to come, more videos. This is just the beginning of the movement. Take care. Peace and love.